Welcome to the Entrepreneur Toolbelt Podcast, the only podcast you'll ever need to get your business to the next level. This podcast is powered by Antoine Campbell Enterprise. What's up? It's your boy Antoine Campbell. I just want to let you know that our new acquisition manager training class starts Monday, June 28th. I want you there. If you're currently trying to do deals, if you're currently having a hard time closing deals, and you've been struggling to convince the seller to sign a contract with you, come to our acquisition manager training. I'm going to show you everything step by step, how to do all this over the phone, how to calculate offers, how to deal with objections, how to come up with good rebuttals, and how to close a seller on the phone without having to be a world-class renowned salesperson. If you're interested, visit CEO929.com/acquisition, www.CEO929.com/acquisition. See you at the class. What's up with it? It's your boy Antoine Campbell. Welcome back to episode number 10 of the Entrepreneur Toolbelt Podcast. Today I got my guy, JR, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. He's going to be coming and dropping some amazing nuggets. He's going to be talking about how he did 60 deals his first year with no marketing. So without further ado, I want to introduce JR to my audience. What's up, brother? How you doing? Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me, brother. My name's JR Hernandez. Like you said, I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I've been in the business. This is my third year, and it's completely changed my life. What an amazing business. I love to share you what I did to help me get 60 deals my first year. And I hope I can help you, just skyrocket your career, because, it's hard to get deals your first year. Some people don't get a deal their whole first year. And I was able to get 60 by this method I'm going to, let y'all know about.
So let's talk about that, your first year, right? How was your first year in real estate?
So my first year, man, was a blessing. Thank God. I went out. I went at it a little different. So I took the way that not a lot of people go. Everybody tries to go for the sellers first. And it was real hard for me, man. Don't get me wrong. I tried it, but I was real, when you're first starting in this business, everything is a little complicated, right? Everything looks like everything's like a big puzzle. And I was just really confused at first, man. I wanted to dumb it down, and I really just needed to make money because I went all in on this business.
So you started, you was trying to go all in, because I think a lot of people, they start this business and then they set the expectation that I'm going to crush it. I'm going to do my deal the first 30 days, the first 60 days. What kept you motivated, through that first year?
Well, what kept me motivated was I was getting deals. It was working. It was working from the jump. Like I said, let's just, get to the point. I went another way. I couldn't find sellers. So I was like, what's another way I could do this? So basically, I just started looking for buyers. I started looking for real buyers in my city. And then I just started plugging it in with big players that I know that were really doing deals here in my area. And I started connecting the dots from backwards, going the other way. So
you went the disposition route, safe to say, right?
Yeah. Pretty simply, to put it simply, I just started in dispositions. It was a lot easier, and I didn't have to spend any money on marketing.
But what separates you, right? Because dispositions can be taken as like daisy chaining. What separates your business from looking like you just all over the place trying to make money?
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you the first thing that was really easy to separate me from everybody was, a daisy chainer basically just grabs everybody's deals, right? And you email blast it. And that's not what I did. So what I did was I went the other route, and what I would do is I would qualify the buyers. All right. So I would go into free Facebook groups. All right. And I would look at people post in my area, of course. And I would look for people that were posting, I have a deal for sale. And I would hit up those people and I'd be like, hey man, do you mind if I try to sell your deal? I'm not going to blast it. I have buyers. And I would build relationships with wholesalers that way. And then what I would do is, I'll tell you what, man, I would go, basically all I did was go one step further than the wholesaler. So if you notice, I'm sure you've done this, right? You post a deal on a Facebook group, and then everybody just starts dropping their emails, right?
Right. Well, I don't do that honestly because I didn't want anybody trying to backdoor me. So we
Oh, okay,
make
okay,
a
okay.
lot of offline relationships with our buyers.
Yeah, no, that's true. So, I mean, what I did was I would qualify all those people. So, what we do here in my office now is we still post those ads. We don't put addresses, of course. We just put basics, and we decide and we qualify those people. So, when someone puts an email on our list, we don't just put them on our list and start blasting them, because like 9 times out of 10, those are going to be wholesalers, right? Just trying to get off your deal. So what we
Right.
would do is we would qualify them. I would go, or a person, when it was just me, I would go in there, I would send them a DM, hey, send me your number. All right. And if they didn't send me their number, I just cancel them out right there. You know? Um, and if they did, then I would take it one step further and I would call them and I would say, hey, what's going on, man? Are you looking for deals? What area of town are you looking for? I would see what they're looking for. And then I would honestly like try to meet them in person, like at a Starbucks or something, right?
Right.
And once they did that, they went all those steps. That was a crazy qualified buyer right there. Okay. That was a qualified buyer. And I would just get like 10 of those people at a time. And I could do about 10 of those meetings in a week. I was hustling, right? And I would tell them, hey, look, once we leave this meeting, what you need to do is go get a cashier's check for 5,000 made to my LLC back then. And then now that's a hot and ready buyer, right?
Right.
That's qualified. That's somebody, hey, look, I got this cashier's check ready for a deal. So I got 10 of those people at a time, right? And then I would backdoor, I would reverse engineer it. And then I'd go to the wholesalers in my area and I say, hey, man, send me what you got. I got 10 hot and ready buyers. They'd send me the deal. They've already met me, so they have that trust. I put them in a deal, boom, done. And I did that over and over and over and over again.
And this is all done in what, San Antonio?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I could do that method virtually.
Yeah, I like your business model. It's interesting. That's why I love interviewing different people because at the end of the day, no one way is the right way. And I think that's where a lot of us real estate folks get confused that, oh, I'm the best. This way works. I'm the best closer. I'm the best. It's all about what serves you. And you literally build a business that serves you. Let's talk about the way your business currently set up right now. Like who you have on your team.
Okay. So we still do that. We still do that method because I'm not going to change something if it don't work, right? So I still do about 10, 12 JV deals a month just here in San Antonio. And that'll be good for 6 figures alone. Um, and that's just with the relationships we've built. We have really strong buyers. We work with a lot of people that are out of state marketing in my city. And then, of course, I'm not going to just, be, rely on that one method. So then I started buying courses and educating myself on how to generate seller leads. So now we generate, we have virtual assistants doing cold calling and SMS messaging. And so we're getting another, 8, 10 deals a month doing the straight to seller route. And we're all doing that just here in San Antonio and surrounding areas. So we have
Wow.
acquisition.
I mean,
Yeah.
let me ask you, JR, how big is San Antonio? I've never been there. I'm curious.
So that's a good question because a lot of people sleep on San Antonio. A lot of people, it sounds like a little city, but we're really number 6 population in the nation. We're largest.
I didn't know that because when I think of San Antonio, I just think of a small city in Texas. Like when I
Yeah.
think of Texas, no disrespect, I think of DFW, like
Yeah.
Dallas. So that's the first thing come in mind. So it's amazing that you can sustain, 15 and 20 deals a month without having to consider going into another market. That's impressive. I like that.
Yeah, well, you see, that was the whole plan in the beginning. I wanted to be a brand in my city before I started going into other markets. Now I really, really understand this business front to back. I didn't have to go nowhere, so it didn't make it that difficult. I didn't have to learn new laws. I didn't have to, I kept it very simple, and I kept it as simple as possible, and I scaled very slowly. So That way I could understand this business. Because don't get me wrong, here starting in a few months, we plan on doing PPC nationwide.
Yeah, that's a big commitment. PPC is not cheap.
Yeah.
Let's talk about brand, right? You got something very interesting behind you. Your logo, I like it.
Oh, thank
Clutch.
you. Yeah.
Let's talk about how you came up with that name.
So growing up, man, I'm a big basketball fan, a big sports fan, and growing up, we only had one team, and that was the Spurs. And when people think of San Antonio, they think of the Spurs, right?
I mean, that's a pretty decent team, Coach
Yeah, I
Popovich.
mean, we won 5 championships
Yeah.
when I was growing up. So it was like we were winning basically every other year. And so it was crazy because like here we are, little old San Antonio winning the NBA championship, the best basketball team in the world. We're beating the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, RIP. We're beating, the Miami Heat with LeBron James and the Big Three.
Yeah.
We're beating all the big teams and it's crazy, bro. Like I was able to go to the games and watch this, and just see what it felt like, the energy of a championship team, and it was crazy. And so I've always just been real big into sports, man. Like just the whole, and just sports in general. And to me, business is a sport, right? Like what we're doing is a sport, right?
Right.
And our numbers are in our deals and our volume. Our deals are here, right? Like we have our own stats. Just the way you could go into NBA and see the stats, see the best players. We're the same way, right?
Right.
And so I saw it as a sport, man. And I'm really competitive. And I look at other people out there and I see what they're doing. You know what I mean? And those are the all-stars in our league, right? And so I see it's competitive. And when I was coming up, I was really into sports, and there was always that moment in the playoffs when like you were gonna either lose and go home, or you were gonna make the play and go to the next round. Right? And so there's always a moment where you're like biting your nails watching your favorite team, like, and they had to be clutch, you have to be clutch in order to be the champion. And that shit just always stuck with me. Like I want to be clutch. I want to make it to that next round. I want to make the play when it counts.
Yeah. I mean, like, cause when I think of the word clutch, I think like there's like 10 seconds left on the clock. Mm-hmm. There's somebody with their hand in your face, and you just shoot a fucking 3 in their face and make it.
Yeah, but who's shooting the shot though? Who's shooting the shot?
Man, it's me or you or whoever. Like you gotta have that confidence to even shoot that shot. So like when you transfer that to business, I like the competitive mindset behind it. You know what I mean? So many people are afraid to shoot the shot. What I mean by shoot the shot, spend the money on a VA, invest in PPC, go out and network, go to meetups, go to a $10,000 mastermind, buy $8,000 software. Everybody want to play conservative, and that's not how a championship basketball play if you really want to be a contender and win. So exactly. I love that analogy. Even when we met in person, I'm like, bro, your brand tight. I wish I thought of that name first because
I appreciate it, bro.
I used to get hyped because my team, the Wizards, they're not really that good, but I'm still loyal to the soil. And when an announcer be like, "Oh my God, dagger 3!" Like that whole little moment right there, when somebody make a game-winning shot, to me, that's everything. So when I see people post their deals and their checks, they did their first deal. That's that dagger.
Yeah,
finally taste some victory, and to me, that's a big thing. So
yeah, and also to me, the only people that you consider clutch are the all-stars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like ain't no bench player clutch.
Right.
So that's why I named my show The Clutch Entrepreneurs, because I'm only interviewing the all-stars of the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
The best players in the game.
Yeah, and what you're doing is dope, man. You know what I mean? That whole clutch show is dope. I like that concept.
Thank you.
So you did 60 deals, right? Let's talk about COVID. Like how was that for you? Last year. Even though I know until end of COVID, I checked the stats this morning. In the state of Maryland, there's only 12 reported cases and 2 deaths. Not to minimize death. Death is a very important thing. Sad, but how did you get through that time where you felt like the whole country was about to go crashing and burning?
Man, it was scary, bro. Like, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know, what to do. Man, I lost over $100,000 in 1 month because of COVID. Because buyers were backing out. They were scared. They didn't know what to do. And that was back when the news first hit. And man, I remember, dude. I think I might have had it before I even knew what it was. Like in November of the year before, I just remember being all sick and stuff. And I remember when that stuff hit, dude. And you know what's crazy? We're both NBA fans. It actually started in the NBA with Rudy Gobert when it got serious.
Yeah.
You
When
remember
he
that?
started rubbing on the microphone, all that, making a joke about it, and
Yeah,
kind
and
of
then they
found
shut
out he
down the
actually had
whole
COVID.
league. Yeah, but
That's
no, dude, it was scary. Like we weren't work. I have an office here. We weren't even working out of my office, man. We everybody was working from home. I was worried about my family. I wasn't even really thinking about business for like the first 2 months. I was thinking about how I can keep my family safe, because my dad still had to go to work. He still has to make money,
right.
and I'm telling my dad like, "Yo, dad, like, fuck that." You know what I mean? Don't go risk your life for this company that don't care about you. Like they're forcing you to go to work. Like all my people got to stay home. I was trying to keep my people safe. I was paying for my dad to stay home. Like, hey, yo, like I was just thinking about my family, to be honest.
That's the smart thing. You know what I mean? Like just having a game plan, saving. Like that's a big thing to me to save because the one thing about entrepreneurship, correct me if I'm wrong, Jr. There's winning season and there's losing seasons. Let's talk about that real quick before we go to commercial break.
Oh yeah.
What was some adversity you faced, in the last 2 3 years that was hard for you to overcome, but you managed to get through it?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that COVID thing during like the first 3 months really took me for a whirlspin. Like I said, we were having our best month at the time, and it was a six-figure month. All pulled out from us in 1 month. Everybody left. I mean, all our sellers backed out. I mean, all our buyers like started backing out because they were scared. They didn't know what the market was gonna do. Blah blah blah. And that left my team crazy because they were expecting big commissions. They got families, and that was hard. Like they didn't get paid. I was kept all their earnest money. I gave a lot of earnest money to my team. And then the next few months were a little rough, because we were uncertain of what the market was going to do. A lot of people thought the market was going to tank. There was a lot of fear in the air.
Right.
That's all that you saw, and that happened. There's been a lot of times, man, like where like in real estate, when you're first starting out, especially, dude, like they're especially trying to build a team and getting not only yourself going, but trying to get other people motivated and getting deals and getting paid to start building momentum and culture within your team. Like there's times when like we have a good month and then like my guys need to eat and they're commission only. And
Yeah.
then all their deals fall apart. And I'm like, damn, what do I do? Like I want to keep my guy, you know what I mean? And stuff. And that happened a lot. Like this month, it's not all pretty out here. Like we had one deal that was an $88,000 assignment fee that they backed out. And that's a big hit to take, right? Like for
Yeah.
my acquisitions and my dispositions guy, they're already planning trips to Disney World and shit, and that type of stuff right there is like heartbreaking and a setback, but it's part of the game.
Yeah. I think a lot of people gotta understand that this shit is roller coaster. It's a roller coaster ride. It's up and downs, up and downs. Like even when people say, "Yeah, man, I found consistency," but the thing is, I posted this on my Facebook the other day. The moment that everything is going great and you feel like you're successful, that's the moment you should personally be hitting the panic button. Like because trouble is lurking around the corner. I'm not sure how religious you are, but I always tell people I think God got a crazy sense of humor. Because the
Yeah.
minute you think that, hey man, I'm crushing it, I'm winning, I'm making more than my friends, that's when he pip slap you and say, listen, man, come back to reality.
Oh
And
yeah.
take this hat loss real quick. And you can get humble really quickly, man. I think that's why I always try to stay humble. I try not to be flashy. You
Mhm.
know, I'm not knocking nobody being flashy, but I just know for a fact that you could wake up one day and it's all gone.
Oh, dude, 100%. Man, like, let me tell you, like, yeah, like people say, like, damn, you did 60 deals your first year. You're doing good only in 3 years. But I don't tell, like, man, it seems like it was easy. But man, like, I think slow success is the right success because it took me a long time to even get these 3 years. It took me a long time to get to these 3 years. Like, it didn't happen. I didn't just discover wholesaling after high school like some of these people and start making six figures, double, triple, six figures a year. You know what I mean? So I started cutting grass, bro. That's how I got in the game. Like I would literally, I sold my first car that I had that was a Mustang 5.0. I don't know if you know what those are.
Yeah, I know about the 5.0. You did you talk about the 90s model or
Yeah.
the new? Yeah.
The box.
Yeah, I learned about the 5.0 from the movie Menace to Society.
Yeah, exactly. The one where he steals it from him at the restaurant in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a dope one, bro. Like in San Antonio, it's all about 5.0s and muscle cars. And I had a clean one, bro, candy red, Cobra rims. I had nitrous. I had worked like 5 years to build it up. And I hated working 9 to 5, bro. And I was like, man, I ain't got shit. Like, I was broke, 23 years old, broke. I was still staying at my parents' house, And I was like, yo, this sucks. Like, I was miserable. And I was like, yo, I got to try something. Like, I got to get out. I got to make something of myself, And so that was all I had. That was my only asset. I sold it. Check this out. So it's a funny story. I'll make it real quick. You got to go on a commercial break right now or no?
Yeah, let's go to commercial break really quickly.
All right.
Let's get into the story because I don't want to cut it short.
All right.
Hey, wholesaler, how you doing? This is your boy Antoine Campbell. I am the owner of Lead Factory. The Lead Factory is a program that allows you to stop worrying about sellers cussing you out, dealing with your lead generation, trying to figure out how to work silly ass mojo or call tools, and let us step in and handle all of the work for you. Are you sick and tired of trying to get all of the front end shit right in your business? Well, allow Lead Factory to come in and step in and help you out, and you're only talking to motivated sellers. You can get access to this program for as little as $1,600 a month commitment. But we provide the VA, we provide a dollar, we do all the management, we take care of everything that you're currently struggling with, and you pay a flat fee knowing you don't have to worry about anything else but talking to motivated sellers. If that sounds like somebody like you, call me now or visit the website right now. What's up? It's your boy Antoine Campbell. I just want to let you know that our new acquisition manager training class starts Monday, June 28th. I want you there. If you're currently trying to do deals, if you're currently having a hard time closing deals, and you've been struggling to convince the seller to sign a contract with you, come to our acquisition manager training. I'm going to show you everything step by step, how to do all this over the phone, how to calculate offers, how to deal with objections, how to come up with good rebuttals, and how to close a seller on the phone without having to be a world-class renowned salesperson. If you're interested, visit CEO929.com/acquisition. www.CEO929.com/acquisition. What's up with it? It's your boy Antoine Campbell. Listen, if you got any deals you need help moving, you stuck trying to figure out how to find buyers in the whole disposition thing, we got buyers in all the 50 states. Text me now, 202-918-4887, and let us get that deal off your plate and work together. Look forward to working with you. Text me right now, 202-918-4887. Back to the podcast. I'm interviewing my guy JR straight out of San Antonio, Texas, and we were just talking some amazing stuff, and we're going to get right back to it. So where we left off at, brother?
I was telling you about how I started it in business, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So where was I, man? Oh, the 5.0. So man, I know a lot of people looking on here right now, they're younger. Wholesaling is a young sport, right? And I was 23, man. I was dead broke. I was staying at my parents' house, had no girlfriend, had no future. I was working with my dad at a 18-wheeler parts warehouse. They had me in the grease every day. Shit was horrible. I hated it, bro, to the maximum. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was depressed there. Like it was just horrible, man. And like I always tell my friends, like I could have accepted it, like a lot of 99% of the world does. And I just told myself, man, I want better. I'm young, I'm single, I ain't got no kids. I'm ready to risk it all for, like, I need a shot at life, I want to live good, And So I was like, man, what can I do? And I was like, honestly, the only thing I know how to do, bro, was cut grass. I was that skillless. And I had no money, so I didn't even have money for a truck or nothing, man. So I had one car. It was a 5.0 Mustang, super sick, bro. Had nitrous on it. I was all cammed out, Cobra rims, and I decided to sell it. So, anyways, check this out. I was selling it the next day. Some guy was coming from Houston to pick it up, $5,700. That was going to be my start to my career, to start my first business. And I dropped it off at my dad's friend's house to fix one little thing on it. And I was picking it up the next day, and the car wasn't there. I was like,
Damn.
yeah, bro. I was like, wait, what? Nah, hell no. And I'm banging on this guy's door. Yo, like this guy's going to be here in an hour or two. Like, where's my car? And I was banging on that door for like 20 minutes, I swear, bro. For like eternity. And this guy just comes out all sad looking, bro. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I know something bad is. And, bro, he was like, I fucked up. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is my car? Sorry for cursing.
You wrapped around a tree, huh?
Wrapped around a tree, bro. We're hitting into another car, frame bent.
Yeah.
And check this out, bro. Like, I was like so devastated. I was like, there goes my future. I got to go back to work now with no car. And luckily, through an angel, bro, my mom sells insurance, and she put this clause on my insurance card, GAP, that doesn't go on paid off cars. That's only for cars that have loans.
Right.
And she slipped that policy in there, bro. And check this out. Yeah, check this out. The guy that went to go see it was into Mustangs because he's from San Antonio, and that's just our thing. And he was like, yo, this is the sickest like 5.0 I ever seen, bro. I'm gonna hook you up. And he wrote me a check for $4,600 from the insurance.
Wow.
So I lucked out, bro.
So it worked out.
It worked out, bro. By God's grace. I always forever be grateful for that. I had a shot. So check this out. I was like, what can I do for $4,600? I have no skills. I'm gonna start a landscaping company, but I'm gonna do it smart. So I told my brother, I go, yo, I'm gonna buy a truck. I bought a truck for $2,000. I bought a little trailer for my grandpa, $500. I took my dad's lawnmower. I bought a weed eater and a blower and a pressure washer. And I said, we're going to knock on doors, bro. I'm gonna sell this company at the end of the summer. Watch. And so we started knocking on doors all summer. San Antonio heat, bro. It's nasty hot out here. We're in South Texas. We're going cutting grass, bro. I was so skillless, bro. I couldn't even do a line with a weed eater. Like, you know how you edge it up? I couldn't even do that. I sucked that bad. So anyways, we did that all summer, and I would put it on little contracts bi-weekly. I would come every 2 weeks. And at the end of the summer, I had about 30 of them, and I put it for sale for $30,000, the business. And some dude came, bought the business for his son for $20,000. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm in it. So now I got 20 G's, right? And I was like, we're gonna flip some houses. I gotta get to it. So with that 20 G's, I started a landscaping and a tree company, right? And so I'm skilling up. So now I bought a big diesel truck, F-250. I got a big ass trailer, and I bought all this equipment. And me and my brother were knocking on doors again, now with a little team. And we started selling bigger jobs, landscaping, mulching, tree trimming, way bigger jobs. And that's actually good money, by the way. And check it out. So I was like, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna put on these bi-weekly contracts. I'm gonna sell this business, and we're just gonna keep scaling up. So I got that, and then I put it for sale for $50,000. And check this out. This Mexican cat that was working with me didn't even know English, bro. He comes up to me and he's like, hey, yo, I want to buy your business. And I was like, bro, shut the hell up, Ricky. His name was Ricky. I was like, bro, you ain't got no money. He's like, nah, bro, I just sold my Chinese restaurant or some bullshit. I was like, yeah, we're all laughing at him, whatever, bro. He's like, I just wanted to see if you were the real deal, if you really do business. And I was like, all right, bring the money tomorrow and we'll start. So this dude comes to, we're all sipping coffee. We'd all meet at my house in the morning. We're all sipping coffee, me and my crew. And this dude comes in with a big old ass brown bag and he just dumps it on the table, bro. All these 40 G's, bro, in cash. And we're like, yo.
Man, you know what I always tell people, you don't know who is who.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you start to judge people based on their appearance or what you think they are and what their intellectual is to you, you always get miscalculating losers. You know, like it reminded me of the fucking story, the turtle and the rabbit. I learned shit when I was in the first grade. And the rabbit is just cocky, arrogant. He just thought he was cool. And the whole time the turtle figure out a way to beat his ace. So that's how you got to look in entrepreneurship. You don't know who's going to be the next success story. You don't know who's going to be on the come up. So to me, that's a humbling experience. And I wasn't the one that got the 40 G's.
Oh, bro, that was $1 million to me. You know what I mean? I'm just
what you do with the 40 G's after that?
Okay, so check this out. My goal, honestly, I didn't even know what wholesaling was at this point. My goal was to build houses or flip houses. That's what I wanted to do. Typical fucking Mexican, right? And so check this out. We're out here, right? And I go, you know what, bro? We're gonna start a construction company. And he's like, bro, we don't. What you talking about? Like, we don't know how to do shit in construction. Like, ain't nobody in our family in construction. I go, just how we did everything else. So I don't. You know what? To everybody watching, I don't advise this. But what we did is I went on Craigslist. And I would go steal people's pictures like in different cities, right? And I would steal their pictures and I would put it in mine, from painting, roofing, flooring, everything, right? And I would put JRH, my initials, construction, a little website and all that shit. And man, I'm cursing a lot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop cursing. And so I did this website and I put JRH construction. So I started getting leads, right? So I'm learning how to make leads and sales. So people would call me, hey, I need a roof done. And I would be like, all right, cool. Let me go check out your roof. All confident. I had a little F-250. I just pull up with a little measuring tape. Didn't know nothing about roofs. And I would go measure it, right? And I would say, okay, I'm going to go get with my manager and we'll get you a price here in the next few days. And everything in construction is measurements and everything is based off square footage, right?
Right.
So I would call AAA Roofing and say, hey, yo, here's the pictures, here's the measurements. How much would you charge? Okay, we'll charge $5,500. Okay. Then I go call Juan from fucking Facebook Marketplace. Hey, bro, how much would you charge me? Here's the pictures, here's the measurements. Oh, dude, I'll charge you $3,000, or $2,500. All right, I'll just be somewhere in the middle because I knew they were only calling AAA,
Right.
And so I basically just started subcontracting and making the difference. But here's the difference. I wanted to learn every single skill in the construction game. So I would tell Juan, I'd be like, hey, yo, look, Juan, I'll give you this job under one condition. You let me work for you for free. Who would say no to that?
Nobody.
Right? So I was free labor. And I would just go learn every trade, bro. I did that for roofs. I did it for flooring. I did it for painting, sheetrock, restrooms, kitchens, everything, bro, front to back. I learned how to completely remodel a house. So then I started I started working for investors, and they would give me the whole job, and nobody in the city did that, like at my price, because I would do the work myself. So they would give me the keys, and I give them the keys back, fully remodeled. And
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. So
that's you know what I mean? Because because your angle is, all right, let me capitalize on this. And when I capitalize on it, I'm gonna learn something in the process. Versus, okay, I'm gonna make money, but at the end of it, I still don't know how to do anything, or I didn't learn anything from it. I think that's important. So I think if you're listening out here, if you're brand new, you're a wholesaler, lead with value. Come to a solution with somebody. Say, hey, this is what I want, and in the process, let me learn this. And I guarantee you, if you're brand new and you can't get a deal, if you go to someone like a JR to say, show me the game, teach me acquisitions, and I'm going to let you sell every fucking deal I get on the contract. You think he's not going to bring you in his office and teach you the game? He's going to teach you the game because that's how it works. So at the end of the day, a lot of people struggle with understanding that this is a pie game. When I mean by a pie game, you split that pie up and everybody get a piece. I can't eat this whole pie to myself, and I see you got a great team. So let's move over into that. Let's talk about the importance of taking care of the people that's around you.
Oh, dude, that's super important. It's all about loyalty if you want to build a real team. And in order to gain loyalty, you have to give them a fair share. You can't be greedy. So, I give my people a very fair share. They eat, they're happy, and I take care of them.
That's amazing. So I got a few questions I want to ask you. Right, I ask everybody these basic questions. It's the start of the decade, 2021. The end of the decade, 2030. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Man, my goal is I want to be a developer. I want to develop commercial property, and so I want to be a big developer here in the city. I want to have a nationwide wholesaling company doing, massive volume. And so basically, I just want to create the a massive wholesale company nationwide that provides a lot of income, so that I could take that money and use it to develop and keep those developments as cash flowing properties.
Hey man, that sounds like a winning formula.
Yep.
So, Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna redesign Mount Rushmore, but I want you to pick your top 4 entrepreneurs that you will put on Mount Rushmore as to you a GOAT or a legend.
Man, Jay-Z is number one. I fuck with Jay-Z heavy. I love his story. He's from the bottom of the bottom. And the way he maneuvered through life, bro, he won. He's like the craziest winner to me. He has the baddest chick. He got his own record label. He's a billionaire, but from the bottom, and I respect that. It's crazy. And at the same time, he's just got that swag,
Yeah.
hustler. So he's on there. Man, Elon Musk is crazy, bro. His story to me is crazy. He's a genius. He's a genius, dude. I really like Elon Musk. What he's doing, his ideas are out of this world, literally. The Jeff Bezos, he's got the biggest company in the world, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. He's going to be more powerful than, if not already more powerful than countries are. And, he's up there. The fourth one, entrepreneur, man. Man, those 3 are my top 3. What are yours?
Man, I got a lot of entrepreneurs, bro. Like, man, that's a good one. Call Icon, Steve Wynn, who else I can say? Definitely Elon Musk, and
Yeah.
I want to say who else I like?
I'm sure.
I like
time
I
to
like
think.
Jay, but I don't want to give to Jay because everybody always give to Jay.
Yeah.
Ted Leonsis, he's the owner of the Washington Wizards. He owned the Wizards. He owned the Capitals. He owned the Mystics. He owned the entire basketball arena, Verizon Center. It's not even Verizon almost. Yeah, it is. No, Capital One Arena. That's what they call it.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm gonna kick myself in the butt when I look back at this, because I know there's some that I really look up to that is just like on the spot.
But that's what we ask these tough questions for, to see where you at. And then, you look back at this 2 years from now, and hey, maybe come back on the show and give an update of it. Where you currently at in life, and what you think, who should be on your Mount Rushmore. So
Yeah.
so what we're gonna do with these, when we ask these questions, we're gonna blow these pictures up and send them to our guests, their Mount Rushmore. Just so they can kind of put in their office. That's why I'm asking this question.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Let me think of one more. Man, well, it couldn't be an athlete, right? I'm really.
And guys, in the comments, do me a favor. If you got your Mount Rushmore figured out, drop it in the comments, and my team in the background will probably post it on the screen so I can see it.
Man, I know there's just like a super dope entrepreneur that I'm not.
What about somebody in your childhood who may inspire you that probably was an entrepreneur?
When I was a child,
like man, like that guy's like,
man, I don't know, man. Honestly,
you gotta figure that out.
Probably like Pablo Escobar, El Chapo. That was crazy.
Hey man, they entrepreneur. Pablo Escobar, definitely a good entrepreneur.
Pablo Escobar, man, he was crazy with it.
If Pablo Escobar could minimize the violence and stop being egotistic and petty, he'd probably still be alive.
Oh yeah. Pablo Escobar was the richest man.
He had to grab his nuts to say, "Hey, listen, I'm the biggest fish in the pond," and that's what ultimately got him caught up.
Yeah. He tried to take over his country basically.
Man, you can't, and that's the thing about greed, man. Greed is worse than any drug in the world. Like, you gotta understand how to control it. Even the studio, and people calling me and texting me, "Hey, Antoine," I don't let that stuff get to my head because I understand the importance of staying grounded and humble.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. Every morning I practice being grateful for everything that I have. I try to keep that a grateful feeling. I already have everything I want in life, and I've always felt like that since I didn't have any success in business or anything. I just try to always keep that, humbleness and gratitude. That's one thing I practice daily.
Yeah, gratitude is everything. So let me ask you: this is the Entrepreneur Toolbelt Podcast.
Hmm.
Sorry, wrong one. This is the Entrepreneur Toolbelt Podcast, and I basically created this podcast while I was on vacation in Florida for a month. And I said I want to create a podcast that it can impact so many lives.
Hmm.
Um, and basically, I got the tool belt because when I was a kid, I used to love Batman. And like every time he got caught up in a jam, it was something on his tool belt that got him out of it. What is the top three tools you must have every day in your business um, to move forward in your business? Whether it's a software, it's an app, it's a list, anything. Like, what's the top three tools you must have?
In wholesaling, the top three tools, you need a CRM system, somewhere to keep all your leads to be able to follow up with them. You need some sort of dialer to cold call leads. That's what you got to do. And you need, to me, an office because that was just me. I know you have the virtual, but you have a whole different model. You have a
Yeah,
virtual office with virtual, so like you still have an office technically. Uh, but me, my whole game changed when I got my office. I was able to leave my house and get uncomfortable and have a payment. And I had to go every day, and I made it consistent to be there from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's when everything changed for me. That's when I started getting consistent deal flow.
yeah. Because the thing is, like, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to hold yourself responsible to stay home and do the right things by actually working while you work from home. That's a big responsibility, especially if you got children, you got a spouse. You can easily get distracted. So kudos to you. Like I'm not I'm not too far right behind you. I'm getting an office too. No, not a big office, just somewhere where I can work and
Hmm.
focus because I work from home. It's great, but I definitely need a space where I can just focus on me. I don't care what nobody say. You need that space.
Yep. You get in your zone. It changed the game for me.
Yeah, I agree. So you talked about VAs earlier. I'm not gonna let you get away without talking about the VAs because that's my whole business model. Like, where your VAs from? How you currently using them, and what impact have it brought on your business?
Man, so I'll be honest. I know a lot of people are going to say this is wrong, but when I first got into business, when I first started trying to generate leads, I was like, how do you do it? So I figured cold calling was the most cost effective one. And I tried doing it. And bro, like, I'll be honest, I hated it. Like, cold calling was not it for me. And a lot of people say you got to master it before you delegate it. Fuck that, bro. I was like, I did it for like 2 days and I quit. I was like, yo, I'm hiring a VA. Like, so I can't do this.
I mean, people say that because it's just regurgitated shit that they heard someone else say.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, I always make this argument when they hire the CEO of Pepsi. He's not going into the factory trying to master making a cola formula. He's going straight to the boardroom and he's going to hire somebody to figure that shit out. Because at the end of the day, there's certain things in life you just don't have no business doing. And honestly, in my opinion, cold calling is one of them. Cold calling is between a $4 and $5 hour job, and your time is worth hundreds of dollars an hour if you divide your assignment fees up and how many hours it took to do it. So, that's one of the things that you can just hire out instantly and then just learn as you go. But you don't necessarily have to be put on the phones in order to understand you need that for marketing your business.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with that a lot of people say in the business. That was one of them. I was like, yo, I'm out. I'm getting
What,
me
what,
a.
what, what's another one? Because, like, people who are pioneers in their industry and people who, paved the way to make things possible, like the Elon Musk, when they say, hey, listen, you're an idiot. There's no way in hell you can get a rocket to fall out of the sky and land back on itself like this. It's just not possible. But he went against the grain and said, you know what? I'm going to prove you guys wrong. So what's another one that you think that you said, nah, I'm a what's that mean when I think it's SpongeBob or somebody said I'm out. He got his shoes on the ground. He like he about to get out the chair and walk out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what's another one you like, man? I'm out.
Another one was just like we said in the beginning, my whole business model. They were saying like, don't do it. That's a daisy chain.
Right.
And that was one of them. Like, hey, you got to find your own deals. You know,
Right.
don't be daisy chaining. I was like, nah, I'm out. Just like you said, I was like, yo, this is too hard, bro. All I got to do is go find a buyer, and then they'll buy it and make the money the same, or like at least a good amount. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a better conversation to have with a buyer than to have with a seller, right? It's a total different mindset. You're approaching a buyer like, hey, listen, I'm about to put some money in your pocket. You want it? The
oh,
seller
yeah.
looking, get away from me. You're a scam. Don't ever call me again. It's a totally different conversation.
Totally different vibe, man. I had a guy. He's actually my cousin. He's my best disposition agent. I started him in acquisitions, failed horribly. He was about to quit, and I go, "Wait, hold on. Before you quit, let me move you to dispo." And he started killing the game.
Yeah,
And he was. I was just, and then I have a guy in acquisitions that just kills the game. So it's like it's all about your personality. Like
yeah,
disposition is so much different.
yeah. Everything is different.
Yeah, you got
So,
what they want.
so before we get out of here, any like final thoughts or something you want to give people? Maybe somebody brand new who just starting out. Any word of advice you can give them to kind of encourage them?
Man, I would say that this is a hustler sport and anybody can make it happen. And if me and you could do this, we're normal kids, normal cats that, I didn't go to college.
I
Um,
didn't.
I didn't have a crazy skill set. And if guys like me and you can do it, man, anybody can do it. It's a hustler sport. This is a grind out sport. And if you just learn from the right people and dude, try my method. Like I was just telling you, I gave you nuggets in the beginning of this interview. Go do that same exact model and learn how to generate maybe 2-3 deals a month, and you will be successful. And too many people have came in this game and quit because it was so hard and they couldn't get that first deal. So this is a little shortcut around that. So you can start building some momentum and then learn the acquisition side. That's what I would tell you. I think that it would save your whole career and you wouldn't give up. That's for sure.
You'd be surprised. Like I see people come and go, man. It's like you said, it's the big leagues. Like running a wholesaler business is one of the most hardest things I've done in my life, and I've done a lot of hard shit, a lot of crazy stuff in my life. And the reason why I tell you that is because you're dealing and you catering with so many different personalities every day. You don't know what you're gonna get, and it's not really predictable. You know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. They see the checks, they see the YouTube guys, they see the Instagram guys and Facebook guys, they see everybody, hyping him up, gassing each other up. But then when it's time to go out there, this shit smacking them like a plate of bricks, right? And they like, hey, listen, this is what we was rah around about of it. This is totally different than what I thought, and that's why I think so many people quit on themselves. And
Yeah,
it breaks my heart.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying it breaks my heart to see so many people and I'm the first one to say this. The success rate in wholesaling is probably less than 7%. So if it's 100 people watching this show, I guarantee you maybe 93 of you guys won't be here next year. That's just what it is.
I would say you're giving that number's kind of high. I would think it's more like 3%.
I'm just trying to be courteous to them. I'm not trying to.
No. But here's the thing, though. That's something that they need to hear because, like you said, like all of the guys that are making it, and that's the ones that you see on Facebook, IG, YouTube, like me and you. We're not just doing it, but we're kind of doing it big, right? Like we're doing a lot of deals. We're doing, and they don't see the in between. Like it's either you doing like this or you ain't doing it. And a lot of people only see like once we get to this point, now we have a lot of cash flow coming in from the business. We have time to do podcasts and all this cool stuff. Do you do YouTube vlogs and stuff or like any sort of content like that?
Yeah, I got YouTube. You know what I mean? I don't do a lot of blogs, but I'm about to get back into the blogs. But like, even outside of my real estate investments, There's a lot of businesses I'm trying to create because the one thing I'm learning is IP, intellectual property, and just building businesses that when you wake up, you're making money. And wholesaling is not the same. Wholesaling is not passive. There's nothing. There's no like. There may be two forms of ways to do real estate and being passive. Everything else is nothing passive about it. Fixing and flipping, get kicked in the teeth every day, chasing
Mm.
contractors, getting robbed, getting beat up. Like I've done this shit. Wholesaling, getting backdoor, relatives crossing you, people talking shit about you, people trying to steal your deals. Like it's like a shark infested water, and you got to figure out how to navigate through that. So when I create these other businesses, it's like it gives you a peace of mind because the last thing you want to do is create all the success and then turn around and have a massive stroke and be brain dead, and you can't enjoy the success that you created because you stressed your whole entire life to get to it.
Mm. What are some examples of some other cash flowing businesses that like you could do that passive?
Man, anything that involves not being able to put up a lot of money on the front end. So service based businesses, like I own a VA company, it generates a lot of cash, right? I about to create. I got a supplement business is about to launch next month. Affiliate marketing. We do a lot of affiliate marketing for a lot of different products, and then we about to create our own affiliate business that allows people to promote our products to make cash. So like just creating service based business and just focusing on the back end. I think a lot of people they're not really focused on getting the back end money. And what I mean by the back end is you may not make a lot of money up front, but once you start to put that together, you're going to be getting big checks coming in the mail.
Mm. What about like Amazon stores? I've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah, we testing that out. I got some guys from Bangladesh I'm working with, building out a Walmart automation store and an Amazon store. And I'm gonna test it, and if I like it, I'm gonna put my sister on, and then I'm gonna put my wife on. I'm gonna put all my family on. I'm gonna put my business partners on, and then if it's good, then I'm gonna cut the market in half and say, okay, you don't have to pay me for it. It may be 18,000, and I'm gonna cut everybody in half, and then everybody got to compete with me. So that's just the way I do business. I like to disrupt things. Even my VA business, like, okay, we're not gonna charge you $13 an hour for VA. You're gonna pay $4 an hour, and you're gonna pay me a fee up front, and literally that disrupting the whole entire business.
Mm. So you don't make money off like do you get a cash flow off it?
No,
So
it
you,
don't make sense to try to make $2 or $3 extra, and you know for a fact that life cycle of your average customer is only 2 months. You know, you're not going to make no money for real. And then by the time you try to go collect that money and recoup that money, you're chasing them. So
Mm.
remember, it's all about the back end. And that's the stuff I'm about to start switching up and teaching. I really don't talk about it publicly, but you my guy, I like you. But it's all about the back end.
Oh, so you charge a fee up front,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of like, okay, they're yours now.
They're yours. They're your problem. We still give you a warranty, and the reason is, like we just said, a lot of people not committed. So why would I go in bed and do business with you and put my whole business model in your hands when I know you're not gonna be around for 2 months?
Yeah. How much is the upfront fee?
Oh, 4.99.
499.
Yeah.
And you kind of like qualify them and train them up and stuff.
Yeah, we recruit, we qualify, we train. We do still extra training. We do Saturday school, and then we put the warranty in place.
Dang, that's not bad, man. I
Yeah,
might,
it's
I might,
value.
I might get one from you.
Hey man, get listen. Ask Charles Hernandez about me. Anybody you know down in San Antonio, they. I do a lot of business with a lot of people. They know our VA is good, and if you have any issues, like, cause I'm not gonna sit here and tell you our VA is perfect. A
Yeah,
lot of VA is full of shit, but we got processes and places to weed them out and make sure you get a good VA.
that's what's up, man. And then just off topic, real quick. I'm trying to build my YouTube up. You got any tips for that?
Yeah, man, just keep posting great content. Post great content, stay consistent, and make sure your content has substance behind it. And it's going to organically grow.
Does it matter on how frequently you do it?
If you can post 2 to 3 times a week, that'd be great.
Mm.
Post like in the mornings. So like your less than 10-minute videos, post early in the mornings because that's when people brushing their teeth on their way to work. Your longer videos post in the evenings after 9. That's when people just put their children to sleep and they up watching and studying, and they can give you a 45-minute hour watch. Because once you break over to monetization, you monetize it on YouTube, they pay you.
Not yet. I just started it about 6 months ago. I don't
Yeah,
think
once
I.
you break into monetization, they pay you based on the usage and the watch time.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool, cool. That's it, man. I don't got no more questions.
Yeah, so listen, guys, I appreciate everybody. If you love me and you like me, you'll go over to the YouTube channel right now and subscribe to both our channels. What's your YouTube channel, bro?
My YouTube is Jr. Hernandez, and my IG is Jr. Clutch.
JR Clutch. Go over to the IG, subscribe to him, follow him. He's a solid guy. Listen, Father's Day coming up. If you haven't gotten your spouse or your father, your uncle, your loved ones a gift, take your cheap ass over to the store or Amazon and get them a gift. Enjoy Father's Day with your family. You never know on when the good Lord calls somebody home. So spend that time with them. Also, Saturday, we have an amazing cookout, real estate investor cookout. You know how we do it every year. We make real estate a lifestyle. Pull up. You don't even got to bring nothing. I got the potato salad. I got the drinks. I got the grilled food. Just bring yourself. Go to www.ceo929.com/cookout to RSVP. We're almost at capacity. Once we get at capacity, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna cut it off. So get that early as possible. Also, Friday, I got my man Okino all the way from Massachusetts coming to the webinar to teach you guys how to fix and flip houses with no cash or credit out your pocket. So if you've ever been interested in a fix and flip game, now is the perfect time to get the information and get in. You can go to www.ceo929.com/rehab king. Other than that, I catch you next week. I think next week is our last episode, and then we go on for a 1 month break, and then we come back with season 2. We banged out season 1 like it's nothing. You know, consistency is the key. If you need a virtual assistant, don't forget to text me 202-335-3322. If you need anything else regarding your real estate career, text me. If you're trying to get your business off the ground, you've been struggling, text me. Anything relating to real estate, especially virtual wholesaling, text that number 202-335-3322. There's a product in our programs that can help you get your business to the next level. And if you got a deal, you know the deal. DM me, CEO929, and we'll look into it. And if we like it, we'll help you get it back. Other than that, catch you on the next one. Like Pam said on Martin, peace.
Peace.